All right, let's get this started. Hey guys, welcome to all Drummondville Voltigeurs. My name is L Youngbuck42, or your GM, or you can call me Jamie. I don't care. That's my name. Anyways, so like I said earlier today, a couple times, this is to explain to you guys how it's gonna go down for the rest of the season, what it's gonna go like into the playoffs, and what I want lines to be going for the rest of the week, next week, and into the playoffs. Oh, whoops. I have my YouTube open and I'm listening to it myself. That's kind of weird. Anyways, all right, let's get going here. So first thing I wanted to cover is, so I just want to get a couple things straight with you guys. So what I want to talk about is, remember, this is always for fun. This is a simulation league, and no matter what, we're here to have fun, meet new friends, play with each other, have a good time. Yes, the CHL is super competitive. I get that. And you guys always want to win. We lose, we lose. We win, we win. You win some, you lose some. It happens. We're at the top. We're second in this queue, and there's no slowing us down. That's for sure. Yes, we can have a good next week and finish first in the division and play even the Shawinigan in the first round of the playoffs. But right now, that doesn't seem too likely. Shawinigan's got a good team, so I'd be happy with a second or third. Top three, we're good. Anyways, like I was gonna say, this is a simulation league. You guys are here to have fun. I'm here to have fun with you guys, and that's all I want. And with that, I just want to say that you guys don't need to be getting mad at each other. It's just a game. Like, you guys don't need to be screaming at each other in the game, like saying you're out of position. Who cares? Like, it's a game. We all make mistakes. For human. If we lose because of one mistake, we'll learn from that mistake. We'll win the next time. It's not that big of a deal. And I'm really like getting frustrated with you guys saying, "Oh well, it's this guy's fault and that guy's fault and that guy's fault when we lost." Who cares whose fault it was? We're a team. It's a team effort, and we're gonna play as a team. If you can't accept that, you shouldn't be on the team, and I'll just throw you down on the waivers or in the training camp. It's simple as that. I'm not gonna be a dick about it, but if you guys want to be dicks, and some of you guys know who you guys are who are in your final strikes before I throw you down either on training camp or on waivers, and if another team grabs you, well, good luck to you. But yeah, that's my little message to you guys just to start. I know it sounds a little harsh, but what's said's got to be said. Um, so yeah, going into the playoffs, there's a couple rules I want to get over with you guys because I know some of you guys are new here. You guys might not know how the league runs for the playoffs, and this is my third year as GM. So playoffs this season, I'm gonna go look at the thread right now and I'm gonna tell you a little bit more how the playoffs work. So I know some of you have been asking who makes the playoffs. Well, I can tell you this: all teams in the CHL, in the OHL, and the QMJHL make the playoffs no matter what. In the O, it's going to be there's two conferences of 1 to 8, and on the other side 1 to 8, and they'll play each other 1 versus 8, 2 versus 7, just like normal old hockey. In the Q, we have two OHL teams. We have the Sudbury Wolves and the Mississauga Steelheads. There are extras because they have 18 OHL teams and we have 14 Q teams. As of that, what we're going to do is they're going to throw them into our conference for the playoffs. So it'll be 1 versus 16, 2 versus 15, so on and so forth continuously, with Sudbury and Mississauga being in there. As of right now, we're second. We'd be playing 15 seed Huskies, and third seed Val-d'Or would be playing, for example, 14th place, which I believe is the Sudbury Wolves. So they'd be playing a team they've never played before. Might be more challenging. As we've seen this week, we lost to the Huskies in a triple overtime. Whatever. We all know Shawinigan's going to be getting Shawinigan's going to be getting destroyed. I don't even think they'll show up for their playoffs. But that's just that. How that works is once there's 4 teams left, so 2 from the O and 2 from the Q. What's going to happen is there won't even be a like conference final to see who wins for the Q or who wins for the O. There'll be none of that. It'll be just the top 2 teams in both divisions. So whoever won on one conference, whoever won the other conference, and the top 2 from the Q, that's going to be the Memorial Cup. So it goes straight from those to the Memorial Cup. So you'll have first round, then you'll have the quarterfinals, then you'll have the semifinals, and then you'll have those two teams that won the semifinals go right to the Memorial Cup. Kind of stupid, but that's how it is. And then, so how the playoffs work is, if I got it right, there's going to be game 1 is going to be on a Sunday, 8:30. Game 2, I believe, is Monday at 8:30. Game 3 is also Monday at 9:30. And then it goes Tuesday 8:30 for game 4, Tuesday 9:30 game 5, Wednesday game 6, Thursday game 7. Something in that area. The way the playoffs work, though, in the first 4 games, no matter what, every player on the roster has to play 1 game, and both goalies on the roster have to play 2 each. So, say for example, Stoli the goalie would be playing Sunday at 8:30 and Monday at 8:30, and then we'd have Pavs playing Monday at 9:30, Tuesday at 8:30. For example, that's not actually what's going to be the case, but that's an example. They'd have to play like that. And then obviously, because we're 17 players, that doesn't add up correctly with the math for 4 games. One line would have to play 2 games. That's fine. So, for example, you'd have Cribs, Boogs, Cribs play game 1. Then you'd have Maxi, Burling, and Lips play game 2. And then you'd have me, Convict, and Showtime play game 3. And then whoever of those 3 lines, we would put out a line for game 4. So probably, depending on who they have, we'll put it out. Because they might play their top line. We'll put out our best line. That we have 3 first lines. We have 3 first lines. Don't get me wrong. We do have 3 first lines. But we'll put out our top line with the best chemistry, everything, no arguments. The one that we can rely on the most to go get that win. If the series is not a sweep and it goes to 5 games, whoever's played 2 games cannot play right now. It'll be the lineup that have played 1 game. They'll be able to play a second game. Game 6, same thing. By game 6, every player on the team has to have played 2 games and the goalies 3 each. That's the rules. I can't change that. And then game 7, well, one lineup can play the 3rd game, and one goalie can play the 4th. So that's how the playoffs work. It's a little complicated. I know if you guys got questions, you'll ask. I'm going to look right now to see if anyone has any questions. As of right now, we don't have any questions. That's okay. So, to continue on with that, yeah, playoffs. Like I said, as of right now, we're sitting in 2nd. We're doing fine. We have, after tonight, we have 87 points. We're 4 points back from Chicoutimi. That's not a bad thing. We're 5 points up on Val-d'Or. We're in a good position. We had a good week so far. We had some huge first 4 games. We struggled yesterday. We won one today. We lost one today. It happens. Like I said earlier, we win some, we lose some. Don't get mad. Don't get frustrated. It's just a game. We're all here to have fun. And no matter what, I'm here to support you guys. Boogs is here to support you guys. And that's what's important. And that's what I want. That's what the team needs as a whole. So, yeah, as I was saying, as of right now, Chicoutimi, first place, would be playing 16th seed Shawinigan. We all know Shawinigan currently on a 51-game losing streak. That's probably going to be an easy sweep. Then the second series would be Drummondville versus Mississauga, actually. Mississauga is 15th seed. Wow, that surprised me, actually. Mississauga's 15th seed. Be playing a team we've never played against before. OHL team. Never seen them. It happens. Whatever. Ever since their main GM stepped down, that team has shit the bed. Like, they suck. Like, they're really, really, really bad. We should have no problems with them. They really, really, really suck. And then so on and so forth. 3rd place 14th, 4th place 13th, 5th place 12, 6 versus 11, 7 versus 10, 8 versus 9. So, yeah, like I said, we win some, we lose some. All that matters is when it comes to the playoffs. Playoffs are where it's important. That's what we want to win. And, hey, I don't care if we win the playoffs. I really don't. If we win, we win. We go to the Memorial Cup, we do. We lose? We lose. Who cares? Don't take it harshly. That's how I see it. That's how Boog sees it. We're all in this together as one team. Just one. We're not. I know you guys all might want to have your own personal goals to have, you know, oh, I want to win no matter what. Yes, I want to win too. No, believe me, I really, really want to win. But I want this to be the best experience for you guys. Not for me, but for you guys. And that is what I feel is important. Because if you guys are having fun, that makes me happy. And that's what's important to me. Anyways, now, I'm sure some of you guys would be really, really curious on what I'm planning on doing with the Lions for the rest of the season. Now, I can tell you right now that because I'm not even gonna start with the forwards. I'm gonna go straight up into the goalies to start. Yes, goalies. Yeah, shocker, but goalies. So because Iceman randomly got called up to the NHL and I was not notified, I have to put him on waivers because he's a veteran. I can't put him on the training camp. He's on waivers. I'm gonna try my hardest to get him. Don't, because he's one of our best players, and I love playing with Iceman. And you've seen how he's played in net so far this season. He's 5-0-1 with a really, really good save percentage and goals against average. So losing Iceman is a huge thing too, and I don't want to lose Iceman. He's got an 83.3 save percentage. He's got let's see here, a 1.32 goals against average. I've already lost one massively good goalie this season, A1 Filthy. I don't want to lose Iceman, so if I can get him back by calling him up, whatever, I'll get him back. So for goalies, with Iceman gone, we already know the starting goalie is Stoli the goalie. Stoli the goalie, he's had a good season so far. He's struggled here and there. He's gotten blown out. He's made some very good games. He's had a couple shutouts. Yes, Stoli is good. We've had Stoli for 29 games this season, and 30 games, and he's 18-12. That's not including tonight's 2 games. He's like I said, he struggled here, he struggled there, but he's our number 1 goalie. I believe in Stoli. Great player, good friend to have. Very reliable, and always on time. Love playing with Stoli. Number 1 goalie by far. Backup goalie, now it was supposed to be Iceman, but with Iceman being up in the NHL, got to go to our second backup goalie, who could have also been a backup or a starter, but because of late joining this season, I have Pavs41I. One of my buds, he's in my club. Got to know him really well. He's 3-0 so far this season with a 3.35 goals against average, 78.3 save percentage. Yes, that's not great. He's played some games, not the greatest teams either, but he's won them. That's all that matters. I don't care what his goals against average or his save percentage is. He's won the games. So that's saying something. Yes, he might let in a few goals here and there, but he's winning games. And that's all I care about. So that's good. That's good. And then move on to defense. We have a very good defensive core, easily in the top 3 of the CHL. Definitely not number 1. That goes to Chicoutimi. They have the best defense in the CHL. Like by far, I can't even argue it. But we have in the top 3 for defense. I love our defensive core. You guys are reliable. You guys message us. That's all I care about. And I have defensive pairings. No matter what, if they don't work out because of availability, you guys still try and work your best together, and that's all I care about. So I don't have a specific line 1, line 2, line 3 for forwards or for defense, but I do have deep pairings and forward pairings. Now listen up, because after I name the pairings, I'm going to name the training camp defense that I want that are active. So my first pairing, again, not line 1, not line 2, not line 3, just my first pairing. I have Cobra Commando J and Dangerous JD. Now these are guys that are both brand new to the team. They've only been here since week 6, beginning of week 6. They played with us for 2 weeks. And I know a lot of you guys have been liking to play with Dangerous. And Dangerous is a friggin' good defenseman, man. Like, I love playing with Dangerous as well. Let's see his stats here. He's played really well with us. Oh, shit. Let's see. Dangerous so far this season. He was 6-1 with golf starting in week 3. And then when he came over to us, he's 5-0-1. So look at that this season. He's 11-1-1 as a defenseman. Dangerous JD is a beast. And I love having him on our team. He's good. He's reliable. He doesn't have a mic. Who cares? But he's really good. And then look at his D partner, Cobra Commando J. We got him off of London. Another good, reliable defenseman. He's played 5 games with us. And so far this season, he's 6-4 with London. And he's 4-1 with us. So he's 10-5. But he's been playing with with Dangerous. He's played some big games. He's played in he's played in one bad game, which is playing tomorrow. So it's a reschedule. There's one loss, no big deal. He was playing with a guy he had never played with. Anyways, that's one D pairing. Cobra on left D, Dangerous on right D. I hope you guys stay together and that your availability works out because you guys are deadly as fuck. Like, no joke. I love you guys together on defense. Like, you guys are really goddamn good. Anyways, next D pairing I have from the beginning of the season right to the end. Right D, right D, Junior Master 1341. Sorry about that. I almost fucked up. But yeah, Junior Master 1341. You stuck it out with us from the beginning to the end as well, bud. And for that, I'm really grateful because you've been a key part of this team's success. You've played 18 games. You have 11 points. You're 1 goal, 11, 10 assists with your plus 10. You got a 12-6 record. Hey, you've played some good games. You've played some bad games. It happens. But you're reliable, just like a lot of you men. Sure, you don't show up 15, 20 minutes before the game and get a couple warm-ups in. But you try your hardest. And that's what I look for. That's all I really care about is you trying and having fun. And then your D partner, a guy who you've played with all season long, Mr. Bill Pro 007, who's also a really good defenseman. 18 games as well this season, 26 points, 6 goals, 20 assists with a plus 4. Hey, he's done well this season too. He's 13-5. He's got one more win than Junior Master because he's had a different game. But man, this guy's good. Like, when you look at it, yes, he's a very offensive. And you guys, sometimes you get mad at him because he pinches once in a while and he gets caught. Who cares? Like I said earlier, he gets caught. That's what the forwards are there to help out for. If they can't, that's what the D pairing, the backup, the other defenseman's there to help him out. If they score, they score. And if it works out and you get the pinch and we get a goal, who cares? We got a goal. But that's D pairing number 2. These guys have been with us since week 1, week 2, just at the end of week 1. These guys were randomly assigned to Drummondville. Me and the ex-GM, Tretiak, we never bid on these guys. They weren't even around yet. These guys were just randomly assigned to us. And look at that. They were our number 1. They were number 1 on our D pairing list for almost all season. But now we don't have a number 1 D pairing list because all our defense are just so goddamn good. And then finally, not line 3, D pairing number 3. On right D. Oh wow, I really messed up last time. On left D, we have Mr. Roller 818. Really good defenseman. Very, very defensive defenseman. He's got 9 games played with 9 points, no goals. Look at that, no goals. That's a big shocker there. 9 assists and a plus 11. This guy, he's been around since week 3. He was on the training camp for most of the season, but he was active. And that activity really caught my eye because he came into some big games against some tough teams and he just stomped them to the dirt with his fucking defense. This guy, he's played 9 games. He's 6-2-1. He's got 4 shots in 9 games as a defenseman. Like, this guy is dedicated to playing defensive D. And I love this guy. He has been playing superb hockey against some superb teams. Like, he's played against top teams like the Armada. He's played against Shakutami, the Huskies when they were good, Cape Breton, Victoriaville. Like this, I play him against all those top offensive teams, and he keeps them either the very low goals. I have the most goals against that he's been on the ice for is 4, and that was against Shakutami, the top team in the league. So, like, Roller's a really good defenseman. I love him. He's great up defensive D-man. And then his partner, Mr. Black AVR, 7 games played with us, 7 points, 0 goals as well, 7 assists and a +2. Black AVR, I picked him up off Kingston this season. In Kingston, he was 6-2-1 with 4 assists and 14 shots, with 7 shots. And with us, he's 4-3. Yes, he struggled because he's had a couple of games against the big teams, but he's got 5 shots with us in 7 games. I played Black AVR against almost every top team. Black AVR is just like Roller. Super defensive, super duper defenseman, and very reliable to play with. Yes, he'll lose a game every now and then. It happens. We all have those days. We make one bad move. But yeah, that's our 3 D pairings, 3 main D pairings. So we have Cobra Commando J and Dangerous JD. That's 1. We have Junior Master 1341 and GoPro 007. That's 2. And then our third one again, Roller 818 and Black AVR. That's 3. Now on to my training camp defenseman. So brand new pickup. Didn't know anything about him, but I had heard good things about him recently. Mr. Rex 36. Rex 36 can play defense on either side. First game, threw him out tonight against Val-d'Or, one of the top teams. Shutout. Where did that come from? I don't know. Never played with the guy. But according to Boogs, he's a great defenseman. And I'm looking forward to playing with him because he might be training camp, but I'll give him a game or 2 next week. Let some of you guys, he might not all get 3 games next week because of availability, or just I want to try out some of the new guys. And that's okay. And then the other defenseman who was recently called up and then sent back down is, well, I believe he got sent back down. I played him anyways. Mr. Strong Monkeys. Originally got him back earlier this season in a trade because he wanted to play with his buddy ORG Chili, who no longer exists on our team anyways. But Strong Monkeys, great defenseman, great centerman. And honestly, I can throw him wherever I want to. But I like him on defense. He's not that bad of a defenseman, and I might just keep him there. So yeah, that's our defense. The other guy on our defense, who is no longer existent apparently, is Mr. Rotscavi. He played 3 games. He played like shit. He hasn't talked to me. I've asked him to post availability, and he doesn't. So yeah, Rotscavi is basically nobody. Now, on to our forwards. Yes. We all want to know who the forward lines are supposed to be. Yeah, because there's more of them than there is of anything else, I know. Well, I can give you some surprises because I have a couple surprises for you guys. Not really, but you'll understand why I say surprises when you watch this. Or if you're watching right now, you'll see some surprises. I'm not even going to tell you. There is no lines. There's no specific line 1, line 2, line 3. Like I said, we have 3 line 1s. One is weaker than the other because they haven't played as much together. However, if you look at our team, a lot of the guys are in yellow, orange, or red. And that's because they're really good. And then, yeah. So I'm going to start with one of the lines that has been together most of the season. Well, most of the season, but have played together a lot. And that is Cribs, U. So XI Cribs, the word U, X. He'll be on left wing. And on the right wing, we'll have his brother, the XI Cribs, the letter U, X. So I'm never going to separate these guys. These guys play so well together. Cribs and Cribs. We all know what happened. Operation Cribs. Trechik gets banned because he's offering money because he wanted the brothers to play together. That happened, yes. Did he actually spend that money? No. It was just a joke. You're just trying to get that guy really, really badly. The brothers together are really good. And only certain people can play center with them. Oh, wow. My eyes are twitching. Anyways, yeah. Only certain guys can play center really well with them and who they feel comfortable giving the puck to play with their style of play. And so centering that line will be me. Why? Because personally, the other centermen have never really played with the Cribses. And the centermen who have, like Boogs doesn't feel comfortable playing with them because of whatever reason. They don't pass it to him enough, or they just pass it amongst themselves. He doesn't have the same game style and gameplay that they do. They don't click. Me personally, I adapt. I'm very versatile. I'll change my game and I do my best. It was my first game in LG, honestly, playing with the two Cribs together against Quebec. We all saw what happened against Quebec. We won 12-3. Yes, Quebec didn't they threw out a bunch of random guys. But me, Cribs, and Cribs, the chemistry was unreal. You can ask anyone who actually watched the live stream. It was pass, 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 goal. Or there was one play where I just kept repeating and repeating on a replay, where Cribs went out down. One of the Cribs went down in the corner, passed it out in front to me, and instead of me shooting into the empty net, I passed it right away to the other Cribs, and he shot it, landed on the goal line, and I put it in the empty net. Cribs U, me, and Cribs U are going to be a very, very dangerous line. I'm going to play us together next week, no matter what. All 3 games, I'm going to try and get every game with them next week. If they can't, whatever. If they can, yippee for me. Next, I have another line. This is going to be a bit of a shocker because I didn't consider it until this afternoon, and while I was at work, I was really thinking about the lines. And he's played a couple games. He's played 5 games, but he is red hot. He struggled in one, but otherwise he is red hot. So on left wing, we have Mr. KXTXX, KXTXFXO. So KTFO. That's what I call him. I just call him KXT or KT, whatever. But he will be lining left winging one line. And on center for that line, we'll have Showtime X88. So yeah, I normally play with Showtime, and I normally play with Convict. But these guys were playing together before I even jumped in while I was suspended. These guys were playing together. These guys were putting up huge numbers, winning all their games. That's something we need. We need guys putting up huge numbers. We need guys winning games. And going into the playoffs, this line could be deadly. So yeah, on right wing I have Convict UT. Yes, he's normally a left wing, and KT is also a left wing. But they played together, KT on left wing, Showtime on center, and Convict on right wing. Or Alex. But anyways, yeah, what I'm going to do is KTFO, Showtime, and Convict. I trust these guys. They're all prospects. These guys are good. These guys are really good. These guys play together. They try. They have fun. And they score a bunch. And yeah, I'm going to even look at KT's games. Like right now. KT's played 5 games. He beat Shawinigan 6-0. That was with me. He beat the Armada 3-2. He lost to Quebec 4-3. I played him a really tough game. They were super surprised. We played them against Moncton's first line. They're like, why are you guys throwing your third line against us? And then they went up and destroyed Moncton. They won 5-4. But they dominated the whole game. And that's what we need. Moncton's a top team. They have iCheap. iCheap is the GM in the AHL last season who went to the Calder Cup Finals and lost in Game 7. So yeah, KT, Showtime, and Convict, UT. So far that's 2 lines. We have Cribs U, Young Buck, and Cribs U. We have KT, we have Showtime, and Convict. And then line 3, this is going to be the shocker line because this is the line I finally decided today. This was the one I had to think about the most, and when I had to think about the consequences for my decisions. And I don't like it very much, but I think I will in the long run if these guys play well together. We'll find out next week. I'm just checking something quick. Oh, perfect. It works out. So, starting next week, I'm going to have Mr. Maxie Jones on left wing. Maxie's been with us since week 1. Like, I played with him. He was on my line with Pac the Cow right at the beginning of the season for the first 3 weeks until Pac got called up. Then I went out and got one of his buddies, and they've been playing together ever since. On right wing on that line, we have Mr. Burling666. He has been playing with Maxie in drop-ins, in club games, and in LG games. These guys have been clicking together, and these guys play well together. And I like playing with these guys because these guys are reliable. Very, very reliable. And Burling's really fun to play with. Like, he's not the greatest all times, but he's fun to play with. He struggles every now and then, but he is really fun to play with. He'll always make you laugh. And Maxie, too. Maxie will say the most random, shitty-ass comments, and it makes everyone laugh. And this was the big decision where I had to think. Who's going to center that line? Are we going to have Maxie's buddy Lives for Hockey? Or are we going to have the AGM Boogs J? And then I thought back. I picked up Lives for Hockey because Terrius Joey's at the beginning of the season was on our center, but he was struggling a hell of a lot. And we picked up Lives because Pac the Cow got called up and Maxie wanted his fun bud to play with him. But Tretiak and I also wanted Boogs on our team. Boogs has struggled this season. He says he doesn't click well with anyone because his game style is a lot different. A lot of us, we just cycle the puck around, try and get a goal by passing, setting up something nice. Boogs has played with a lot of guys in his time, and he's always played with guys who were more about the force a cross crease and shoot the puck at all times and try and score like that. Try and glitch goal, try and shoot it, try and force a cross crease all the time. And that's how Boogs has played. He's played with them a lot. Those are his best buds. Well, because he's got that game style, it doesn't necessarily click the best with the team. So it was a really tough decision. It was either Lives or Boogs. But Boogs is also my AGM, and AGMs also can't be on the training camp. And I didn't want to just say, yeah, Boogs, I'm sorry, I'm firing you because, you can't be AGM because you're in the training camp. And then I've heard lately some rumors of the team about Lives, and I really didn't like that. So Liv's not liking how he plays with some of the guys, and how he's been arguing with guys and yelling at them in games because they're out of position. Like back what I said earlier, it doesn't matter what happens. If some guy gets out of position, you don't get mad. You suck it up, and then you keep playing. But yeah, so I finally came to a decision that because Burling is one of Boogs' buddies, and Boogs has played with Maxie a lot this season as well, that I thought it was best, not just for the team, but not just for him, but as a team, to put Boogs on center on that line. So third line, well, not line 3, the third line of forwards will be Maxie Jones on left wing, Boogs J on center, and Burling666 on forward, on right wing. So yeah, I'm going to go over the lines again, and then I'm going to go into training camp forwards who are very reliable and who I want to keep playing. I don't feel like you have the pieces necessary to play on the team. Another thing that came into play was Lives is also a prospect. I can just send him straight down to the training camp. I don't have to put him through waivers. If I did that to Boogs, Boogs would have to go through waivers, and then I'd lose Boogs no matter what because he's really good. But let's go through. I'm going to go through the whole 17-man roster. I'm going to go through the training camp. So on forwards, we have Cribs U, Young Buck, and Cribs U. Then we're going to have Maxie Jones, Boogs J, and Burling666. And then we're going to have KTFO, we're going to have Showtime X88, and Convict UT. Those are my 3 forward lines, in no specific order. my 3D pairings. We're going to have Cobra Commando J and Dangerous JD. So that's 2. And then after that, that's 2 out of 6, not 2 lines. Next, we have Junior Master 1341 and Bill Pro 007. That's 2 D pairings. And then the third D pairing, we're going to have Roller 818 and Black AVR. And yes, I know in the video, my hand gestures are the opposite side. So this is the right and this is the left. But I'm doing it as I see myself, and this is my left hand, this is my right hand. So if it looks like I'm saying, Junior Master, you're playing on the right side, you're not on the right side, you're on the left side, vice versa, just the way my hand motions are. And then in net, we have Stoli the goalie as our starter number 1, and then we have iPavs 41 I as our backup, no matter what. Now, on to our training camp, guys. Starting next week, we're going to have, hopefully, Mr. Strong Monkeys. If he stays here, he'll be there for sure. We're going to have Mr. Rex 36. Brand new guy, very good defenseman, I've heard. And then we're going to have Lives for Hockey. He's really good. I don't think he's got what's best for the team at the moment for us to succeed in the way his attitude has been. Now, we have some guys on our training camp, obviously. We have guys like Talon X99. He's not answered my friend requests. He's not answered my messages. He's not signed up for games. He's going to be removed. Untouched Skater, same thing. He signed up last week, hasn't commented, added me nothing. He's being removed. Low Pros 24, removed. Shellbean 187, he's in the NHL at the moment, but he's signing up for games, so I don't know. He's going to stay there for now. Super Clean Body, instant no. His attitude is shit, and he doesn't talk, so he is, no matter what, gone. Tireless High, I picked him up off Belleville. I thought he'd be a great person to have on the team. He's inactive. Bye-bye. And then Rote Scobby, he seemed to have gone super under the bus after 3 shitty games, and he's bye-bye as well. We have 3 guys who have been called up to the AHL or NHL. We have Mr. L space X14 space Bombboy L. One of my best buddies. I play with him a lot. He's known as Mr. Manny Clap. He was the guy that we picked up off Chicoutimi, then we went and destroyed Chicoutimi 10-3. He's in the AHL right now. We won't get him back. Mr. Pak the Ka 1387. One of my best line mates I've ever played with. He carried me. And I'm really good, but this guy is easily the best player in the CHL. I've never seen such a good guy. This guy is a fucking monster. And then we have XX Senators XX65. His name is Josh. I know him in real life. This guy is really good. He plays forward, he plays defense, and as soon as he signed up, basically instantly he was called up. That's how good this guy is. So, again, run down quickly with the lines. I'm just going to name off the 17 players. We got Cribs, Young Buck Cribs. We've got Maxi, we've got Boogs, and we've got Burling. Then we've got KTFO, Showtime, and Convict. Then we've got Cobra and Dangerous, Junior Master and Bill Pro, and then Roller and Black Aviator. And then we have Stoli and Pavsy. Now, as I said earlier, Iceman's called up to the NHL. I'm going to put him on waivers, but I'm going to try my absolute best to get him back because I want him on our training camp for the playoffs because veterans and playoff experience matter. Now, if there's any questions, I'm going to go check the thread right now or the team chat and see if there's any questions because I'm pretty much done my spiel. And yeah, we'll see if there's anyone that wants to talk because yeah, I've been talking for 40 minutes now. And I know some of you guys are probably bored of listening to me because I'm just staring at my screen, looking at my camera, just talking. But yeah, so far there's nothing in the team chat. There's nothing in the thread. So I guess you guys don't really have any comments. Next week, what it looks like, I can tell you this, is that Let's look at next week's schedule. I'm going to see how our schedule is because next week we might have a rough week. Next week we play Chicoutimi, Gatineau, Rimouski, Cape Breton, Blainville, Boisbriand, Halifax, Shawinigan, Quebec, and Moncton. So we play 1, 2, 3, 4.5. We play 4.5 good teams. The Shawinigan game will probably be a joke, and I'll probably throw out a bunch of guys that want to play. It'll either be a forfeit. Wow, I'm yawning. It'll either be a forfeit or it'll just be an absolute destruction like the Quebec game. And then we have games like Chicoutimi, which I'll probably be playing in because I need to beat these guys. Chicoutimi is a good team, and I need to get that game back. Oh, Untouched Skater is signing up for games, so he is active. Good to know. I like that. Anyways, back to what I was saying. The Armada game, that's going to be a tough game. The Armada's good. We barely beat them this week, but they are a good team, and I would never, ever count them out. Moncton, Thursday. That's going to be a huge game. They're a really good team, and we lost to them. We got destroyed yesterday, and we need to get that back. So, tough game. Shit happens, though. Yeah, that's all I really got. Oh, no, that's not all I really got. I got a message from Boogs, actually, and Boogs is not, I don't know if he's listening or not right now, but he did have a message, and I'm going to read it to you once I get it open. What did he say? Boogs would like to say this, and he would like to say this because this is the last thing I will be saying before I say goodnight to you guys. Boogs says that he has the dibs on the chubby blondes with big butts and that everyone loves everyone. And I want it to be the last thing that I say. So with that, I wish you Drummondville Voltagers a really good night and or day, whenever you watch this. And have a good one, boys. We'll see you guys next week.